Good evening, everyone. I'm Head of School Matt Michike. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. In keeping with Quaker tradition, let's please begin with a moment of silence. Thank you. And welcome everyone to the 2021 Alumni Awards ceremony. Each year, Friends School is proud to honor alumni who have distinguished themselves with outstanding professional and personal achievements, and those who have loyally dedicated their time and service to the school. Tonight, we'll present the Alumni Awards to the recipients from the reunion classes ending in 1 and 6. Thank you to everyone who helped this virtual event come together. I'll now turn things over to Ashley Principe, our Director of Development, who will be our MC this evening. Ashley?
Thank you, Matt. Welcome again, everyone. I'm delighted to have you all here tonight as we celebrate some exciting alums and the things that they've done out in the world. This time, I'd like to introduce Hannah Allen Poland, class of 2008, who is one of our Alumni Association Board co-chairs. Hannah will present our first two awards this evening. Welcome, Hannah. Jocelyn's going to take you off mute, and you can please take it away.
Great. Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Hannah Poland, and as Ashley mentioned, I'm a graduate of the class of 2008 and one of two Alumni Association Board co-chairs. Alex Pax, class of 2005, is the other co-chair, and he will be helping us host the Alumni Awards ceremony tomorrow night. So I'm really delighted to join you all tonight for the 2021 Alumni Awards ceremony, where we will honor our recipients in the classes ending in 1 and 6. Each year, over Alumni Weekend, we honor alumni in reunion classes who have distinguished themselves with outstanding professional and personal achievements, and those who have loyally dedicated their time and their service to the school. For the past couple of years, this event has been held in an in-person luncheon over Alumni Weekend. And while we could not gather that way this year, we are still excited to be able to celebrate and award our recipients virtually. The first awards that I will present this evening are the Distinguished Alumni Awards. This award was established to recognize and honor those Friends School graduates whose professional or volunteer achievements have brought distinction within a particular field or vocational endeavor, locally or on a national level. There are two worthy recipients this year. The first award honors Peter Kaesner, class of 1971. Ashley, could you go ahead and play the video? Thanks. In his 36-year career serving as a U.S. diplomat, Peter has traveled the world, He has represented U.S. interests in 12 different countries, including Papua New Guinea, Afghanistan, Germany, and Colombia, just to name a few. As a senior consular officer, he led some of the world's largest consular operations, notably in Brazil and India, mentoring hundreds of foreign service officers along the way. Peter retired at the equivalent rank of a 2-star general. Highlights of his time in the service include helping to negotiate both the UN Desertification Convention in 1994 and a protocol amending the 1916 Migratory Bird Convention with Canada in 1995. Representing the United States at conferences of the parties of the Ramsar Convention and the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora, and spending an afternoon with the Dalai Lama. Peter has hinted that he chose the Foreign Service in part because it paired beautifully with his long-time passion for birding. He has shined no less brightly in this arena. Peter has birded in 180 eBird countries, where he contributed to the scientific knowledge and conservation of birds, led scores of bird walks and tours, and authored dozens of articles. But the highlight of Peter's birding career came in 1989, when he was living in Bogota, just 15 kilometers east of the Colombian capital, and he discovered a new bird, an antpitta that was subsequently named in his honor, Grallaria caesneri. You might have to repeat that for us when you jump on the mic, because I definitely butchered that one. Peter is also recognized in the Guinness Book of World Records as the first person to see a representative of every bird family in the world. Peter is an exemplary ambassador of Friends School, and we couldn't be more proud to count him as one of our own. Peter is currently in Bogota, Colombia, and this week he climbed a 14,000-foot peak in search of a rare bird, or I think he might be back, actually, just returned. He has pre-recorded a message, but I believe he is here tonight, and he's going to join us later, and so you'll be able to answer any questions. And I believe you're going to show the video of his acceptance speech.
So we have a pre-recorded video in case Peter didn't make it back in time.
Okay.
And because Peter might be a little jet lagged, a little sleep deprived, we thought we would play the pre-recorded, and if you want to say 2 words after the video, Peter, that'd be lovely too. So hold on 1 second.
Hi there, this is Peter Kaesner, and the reason you're getting this message is either because I'm lost on the Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta where I was birding last week, or I'm stuck somewhere in Bogota with lousy Wi-Fi. I'm hoping it's the second of those choices. Anyway, I just wanted to make a quick statement about this award that I've been given, the Distinguished Alumni. I'm very pleased. I'm especially pleased to get it from Friends School, since Friends School means so much to me. From my earliest days in 4th grade when I started in Lois Forbush's class till I graduated in 1971, it was a very important part of my development. And indeed, through my adult life, my links to Friends School have been a very important part of my development as an adult. And thinking back at Friends School, sort of what it meant to me, what it did for me. One of the things that sort of stood out, and that is so many people, so many teachers at Friends School believed in me, which was really very, very important. From Lois Forbush to M. Reed Bush in middle school, to Bliss Forbush, Cheryl Sweeney, Gary Blavat, all the people that supported me in my later years. And one thing that Bliss Forbush told me that has really sunk in, and he was obviously a very scientific person, and I spent a lot of time with him. And one of the very important things that he mentioned was the whole idea of looking inside of yourself, of using intuition to solve scientific problems. Now, obviously, scientific method is important, facts are important, but the idea of looking inside of yourself, which is a quintessential Quaker thought, really has been very important to me in in my success in life. And I think that it's an important lesson that all of us can learn, that while so much of the outside is uncontrollable, we can control our inner beings, and doing that is an important part of success. Anyway, I was told 2 to 3 minutes. I'm 2.5 minutes, so I'll let you all go. And hopefully, if I do have Wi-Fi, I'll be able to talk to you in person tonight. So thank you, Friend School, and thank you all for listening tonight. Bye-bye.
Peter, is there any quick words you want to say?
Am I unmuted?
Yes.
I have one small problem. I clicked on your link for the Alumni Awards presentation ceremony, and it's now taken over my computer. So I had to get Kimberly to come in from another room and show me what you all were showing me, because I can't see anything except for the Alumni Awards presentation ceremony document. But anyway, yes, in listening to the list of achievements, I was quite humbled, and when put like that, I can see why somebody might think that I should get an award. But I must say it's you know, I'm humbled. I really am. It's I just go out and always try to do better. An interesting thing, we're coming down from the, I was up at, you exaggerated a little bit. I was only at 13,000 feet in the Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta the other day. It was a long hike. It was 13.5 miles up of the vertical of about 9,000 feet. For somebody who's not a mountain climber, it was a lot of work. But I did get the bird. But interestingly, on the way down, if I saw a piece of plastic or garbage on the trail, I picked it up and put it in my pocket. And by the time I got down, my pocket was bulging with stuff. And it's just, it's kind of, I'm always trying to make things a little bit better in the world. Whether it's picking up trash along a mountain trail, or mentoring people, or contributing to information that helps in bird conservation. All these things go back to that Friend School ethos of being better and trying to contribute in some way altruistically to the betterment of the world and society. And it's a great lesson that I've learned. And I'm very thankful for my long tenure at Friend School and the person that it's made me into.
Well, we're grateful that you're here with us today. Thanks, Peter, for sharing. So I would like to move on to our second Distinguished Alumni Award, and that recipient goes to Philip Merrill, class of 1981. And like Peter, Philip has also followed his passion and found professional success in doing so. So we're going to watch a short video highlighting Philip's work.
You have, in many ways, the birth of jazz right here in Baltimore. Let's take this and go on inside and uncover treasures beyond our imagination.
That's great. So Philip is a nationally recognized expert in African American memorabilia and history, and he uses every medium available to shine light on the accomplishments and positive contributions that African Americans have made to society over the course of history, which are all too often obscured. So here are just a few of the places that you might see Philip. Philip was an appraiser with the PBS television show Antiques Roadshow, where he created the category for Black memorabilia. Locally, you may have seen him on the regional PBS show Chesapeake Collectibles. Philip has authored 3 books, including The Art of Collecting Black Memorabilia, the Black America series, Baltimore, and Images of America, Old West Baltimore. He is a frequent contributor to a variety of publications, including the Baltimore Sun and the Antiques Roadshow Insider. He served as the lead historian and producer of the documentary Tell Me More and Then Some, which explores the history of jazz in Baltimore. You can find him at universities and other nonprofit organizations, giving lectures and sharing items from his own extensive collection of memorabilia with his audience. He is a guest and a consultant on a number of TV, radio, and internet shows, including the popular WMAR TV Roderick's for Breakfast. And if you haven't found him on any of these venues, you can tune into his podcast, which is called Artifactual, which includes guest speakers and a discussion of African American artifacts. Soon, our students will actually be able to have the opportunity to learn from Philip, as he will be co-teaching a history elective with upper school teacher Molly Adolph Smith, a Friends School alum from the class of 1982. We are so proud to extend this honor to Philip and thank him for sharing his passion, which opens wide the doors of history so that it more honestly reflects the rich contributions of Black Americans. Philip, if you're willing, would you please share a few words with us?
Yes, thank you very much. First of all, I am humbled, I'm honored, and most appreciative of this distinguished award. Friends School has played a major role in my life. I came to Friends School under the direction of the late William Ellis, the director of middle school, in 1974, and stayed through Byron Forbush's term. And my sister was what we called a lifer from pre-K through 12th grade. And my mother and father were very active, the Board of Trustees and the Parents Auxiliary. So I embody the spirit of the Quaker Nation and school. It taught me how to smile in the face of adversity. The late Alex Horsley would frequently remind me that I needed to smile more when times were difficult. I carry that with me to this day. I also learned how to be still by going to Quaker meeting and being able to focus, which has really helped me tremendously as I traverse through pioneering categories where I am usually the only person of African descent at the table. So those years at Friends School helped to set the table for my skill set as I maneuvered in these difficult climates. And lastly, I want to say something that I didn't fully recognize until many years later. In 1955, my great grandmother, Nanny Jack, the name of my business, her daughter, Florence, was a domestic for a very prominent family that lived in the neighborhood, and their children attended Friends School in the 50s. She didn't believe that her own blood was at the same school that the white children that she took care of until they came to Grandparents and Family Day. Years later, as I look back on that, that was such a benchmark, a touch situation, because Aunt Florence never thought that her little Black relative would one day go to that same prestigious school that the white people that she took care of. So I've come full circle. I'm very proud to represent Friends School no matter where I go. Obviously, I talk about my collegiate experiences, but nothing beats being a Baltimore Friends School alum. And lastly, when I was living in Pennsylvania, anyone knows that when we would drive by the Westchester Friends and they had their sign of establishment up, I would yell 1784 for the Baltimore version, because our version was the first version. So I love Friends School dearly. And as I move forward and do things, I keep Friends School in the forefront of my mind, because it helped to make me who I am today.
Thank you so much, Philip. I'm now actually going to turn the program over to fellow alumnus, David Ray, class of 2006. And he will be presenting the Outstanding Alumni Service Awards. David, take it away.
Great, thank you, Hannah. Good evening, everyone. My name is David Ray, class of 2006. And as Hannah mentioned, we serve together on the Alumni Association board. And I'm also on the board of trustees, and I've agreed to serve this year as one of the National Reunion co-chairs, representing classes ending in 1 and 6. As a dedicated steward of Friends School myself, I'm delighted to present the Outstanding Alumni Service Awards this year. The Outstanding Alumni Service Award was established to honor a Friends School alumna or alumnus who has generously and loyally donated time and energy to enrich Friends and its future. The first award for Outstanding Alumni Service is a posthumous award presented to John Humphreys, class of 1976. John passed away unexpectedly in August of last year, and we have a brief video that Ashley will share now. That was great. Thanks, Ashley. On behalf of Friends School, I'm so pleased to recognize alumnus Dr. John Humphreys, class of 1976, for all that he contributed to his career in research and medicine, and also as a volunteer for Friends School. One of the finest students in the very academically strong class of 1976, John graduated from Middlebury College and then went on to receive his medical degree from the Johns Hopkins School of Medicine. There he was part of the Osler Medical Residency Program, whose motto, Equanimitas, meaning imperturbability or coolness and presence of mind under all circumstances. And each Friday, John wore a tie with that motto, which we saw in the video, emblazoned upon it, as is the tradition of the Osler program graduates, to remind himself of the important lessons learned during his training. John chose a career in research and development in the field of hematology and spent 10 years at the University of Virginia, winning a fellowship and rising to an associate professorship, specializing in the treatment of hemophilia and other bleeding and clotting disorders. He then moved to the private sector, where he pioneered aerosol treatments for both emphysema and cystic fibrosis, and later worked in drug development, focusing his efforts to create new treatments for hepatitis C, among other disorders. John's impact on Friends School and his fellow alumni is every bit as outstanding. Through several years and multiple reunion cycles, he was an extremely successful Friends School class agent. In 2011, he was instrumental in driving record class attendance for a 35th reunion, historically one of the most challenging years in terms of participation. In 2016, reprising his role as one of the organizers for the 40th reunion, the class had record attendance yet again, and John championed a significant class gift, a scholarship in a deceased classmate's honor. The scholarship supported a minority student who had been displaced by a ravaging storm in their home Caribbean nation, and the student was also the nephew of a fellow alum. As classmate Keith Tabatsnik shared, our entire class owes John so much, as he was truly the glue that kept us together over the years, and his organization of our reunions was second to none, and have become highlights for all of us. From my heart, I thank you, John, and will miss you dearly. John's seemingly effortless ability to keep his classmates informed on all matters pertaining to the class, the school, and the world at large was unique. It is hard to imagine how many lives John touched, improved, and saved over his distinguished lifetime of healthcare achievement and dedication to the class and school he so generously served. His wife, Anne, is accepting the award on John's behalf and would like to share some remarks. Welcome, Anne. You'll be taken off mute momentarily.
Hi, I just want to say Baltimore Friends really meant a lot to John. You can tell from all the items he saved, the Friends School items he brought with him as we moved from house to house, that the varsity tennis award that he won, he brought that from house to house. It went from box to box. He held on to the things that had special meanings for him. And they reminded him of all the people who influenced him in his early life at Friends School, and also those who influenced his career path in medicine. When he came to airline travel, he was a 3 million miler. So he traveled on quite a few airplanes, and he was a master of the airline schedules and conference calls. In all those travels, he made lifelong friends with colleagues from around the world. And I just want to say, I appreciate all the people who are participating in this event, and I'm sure he would have been very pleased and proud to receive this award. So thank you for this special tribute.
That's great. Thank you, Anne. Thanks for the words, for being with us tonight and for sharing with us.
Thank you.
The second Outstanding Alumni Service Award, I'm pleased to announce, goes to Janelle Malam Schmidt, class of 1996. Let's watch her video, Ashley. Great. Thank you, Ashley. For 31 years, Janelle spent nearly every day of the year on Friends School's campus, both as a student, an employee, and as an alumna supporting other alumni. Assistant Head of School Bonnie Hearn observed that there may not have been another person who's walked as many miles on this 34.5-acre campus as Janelle has. Janelle was an Alumni Association board member for 10 years, taking on many roles, including that of president. As a former co-chair for the Alumni Association myself, I know what that service means firsthand, and I heartily thank her for it. She's taken on the role of class secretary, collecting class notes for the Alumni magazine, and been a consistent reunion volunteer, including class gift agent. It's safe to say that Janelle has poured her heart and soul into this work on behalf of Friends School. Janelle's professional life at Friends and elsewhere has been dedicated to helping children grow, from the littlest to the oldest. We estimate that at Friends School, she supported over 4,000 children in her various roles, including Director of Extended Day, the school's after-school program, Director of Little Friends, the daycare program, and the Director of Summer Camp. She also mentored more than 100 staff members, both paid and volunteer, each year. With her go-get-em attitude and good humor, on any given day you may have seen her in one of these various roles. supporting campers in their projects, including a cameo as a tree in Where the Wild Things Are, directing traffic in the rain, wearing her signature galoshes, or getting lost when transporting camper-donated food items to various community organizations, which I'm told happened without fail every single year. And of course, Janelle's service continues beyond Friends School. For many years, she's taken an active role in the Girl Scouts and has even served as the Indoor Soccer League Commissioner. In her new role at Good Shepherd Presbyterian Children's Center, Janelle has already been recognized by the Harford County Chamber of Commerce for growing her program. On behalf of Friends School, thank you, Janelle, for all that you do for the school and for young people wherever you go. Janelle is here with us tonight, and she would like to share a few remarks.
Thank you. Thank you so much for this recognition. I'm used to being on the side where we choose the recipients for this award, not on the receiving end. I loved every moment of my time at Friends, from being a student starting in 2nd grade with Mrs. Haig, to becoming a part-time employee in the extended day program with Margie McDonald, and summer camp with Tom Randall and Sue Cusick while in high school, to that one brief moment when I didn't work at Friends, boy was I delusional, to realizing I needed to be back and becoming a full-time employee with my friend Bonnie Hearn. Literally every milestone in my life to date has happened while I was at Friends. I met my husband at Friends, this guy here, when he worked at the summer camp, worked for Frank Carberry. He actually proposed to me at Friends on campus. He even borrowed a tractor from Frank Carberry to pull up to my office window to propose. My friends at Friends were the first to know that I had gotten engaged, and Heidi Blaylock actually thought I had gotten run over by the tractor because I was crying, but I was okay. I had my friend's family at my wedding. I welcomed all 3 of our children while working at Friends. I met some of my best friends and mentors as a student and employee at Friends. And as we celebrate our 25th reunion, it's been amazing to reconnect with old friends from Friends in these past few weeks, thanks to Facebook Messenger. It's been an awesome adventure. And although my dream to retire from Friends at age 80 didn't come true due to a move to Harford County and my major dislike of a long commute, I cannot wait to see what the next 25 years bring. I can't wait to have an epic 30th reunion when COVID is sure to be no longer a presence in our lives. Thank you again, and I hope everyone enjoys the rest of the weekend's festivities.
Wonderful. I think our award recipients all deserve a round of applause. So either clap silently or a little jazz hands. Congratulations, everybody. All right, one moment, please. We're coming towards the end of our formal program. And I want to thank all of our award recipients again, and I want to thank Hannah and David for presenting today. Thank you so much. The video about John and the words that you said, Anne, and Phil, your video and your words really touched me, and I almost started crying. And then Janelle, I loved working with you and miss you, and so glad that to be a part of your Friends School family. And Peter, I feel like over the few years that I've been here, I've gotten to know you too, and I just love hearing all the amazing things that you do in the world. So thank you, everyone, and congratulations. Let's see. I also want to thank Steve Stewart and Keith Tabasnik for helping to ensure that John's legacy shone through. So thank you for your help on that. Let's see. Before we finish the formal part of the program, we're going to have a moment of silence to close the program, but I'd like to alert you of 2 things. One, we will break the silence of meeting for worship, the moment of silence, by a 4-minute performance by our upper school chamber choir. During that time, while the chamber choir sings, you may choose to leave our Zoom, or you may stay on, and after the music ends, you'll be able to chat with the recipients for a few minutes. Thank you again for all being here. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. A lot of hours went into preparing it, a lot of time spent with alumni, which is always a great joy for all of us. Thank you for your support and for everything that you've done to be here tonight. And I am in agreement with Janelle. The next time we got to do it in person. But this is a very happy alternative that I feel like we've had a blessing to participate in. So thank you so much for being here. I am going to close our meeting with some music from the upper school chamber. And in the meantime, we will, oops, wait, let's not do that first. Let's have our moment of silence and then I will share the music.